Excuse me. But good morning. If anybody's there, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. It is day 23 now. Yes, I'm the only viewer at the moment, but I have to. um Social stream, I believe, is trying to pick up the chat from both of them. Yeah, seems to have worked so far. Just give it a few seconds to catch up on all these things. Just get any background work that it does should be done before I try to put in a text in the Twitch chat and see if it shows up. Yeah, seems like it works. Now hopefully the same works for YouTube and we can go. Yep, everything is in order, so let me start quickly. The goal today is to finish the third class of both IR and what is it called, science and tech, and environment I have already done with the third, I think. To try to do the fourth, some of it at least. So once I'm done with the PT365 lectures, not even done, at least once I'm caught up with them, life would be a lot easier. Let me mute the desktop audio for a bit so it won't be audible for anyone who is watching the stream. I have to get the science and technology notes though. That will take a little bit of time. It shouldn't, but it does. What can you do? So I believe this is what is this? That is just random. I don't know why the history quick revision material is here, but I'll go and I don't know if the Vision IS Quick Revision team will ever hear this. I really wish they didn't make a whole book out of the quick revision material pages, because it was so much easier that you could just pick up one and finish revising that one instead of going through, like, having a whole thick book for you to work on. this is a bit confusing because I should have all the notes in one place. Not sure what happened to them. Yes, these are some pages that I have to throw away just for the desk to be a little bit neater than it is today. This is another page that can be just thrown away. I'm not sure if ways you can actually get all the grades. Do these tests. Let me get updates of all the important. Yeah, okay.
Any doubt on the topics that we have discussed up till now?
Last I checked, I was doing Guam, the island of Guam. Uh, Let me put that up on screen. So if people want to check out what I'm doing, they should be able to. PT 365. Yeah, I was doing IR now. It's really these three topics that make so much of a difference: environment, IR, science and tech, government schemes. Yeah. That you can manage with time, quality and governance, economy. Economy is the one that needs major updation. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, I was somewhere over here. I had done Ukraine, Zaporizhia, Bakhmut, Melitopol, Sebastopol, Kherson, Luhansk, Donetsk, Mariupol, Kerch Strait Bridge, Crimea. All these portions I had done. Dnipro River, Danube, Dnieper, Dniester, and Don are the four important rivers. I think Don River flows somewhere into the Sea of Azov. Nord Stream I had done, Baltic Sea I had done, Kursk region I had done, Lebanon I had seen, Lebanon, Jill's countries, right? Jordan, Israel, Lebanon, Syria, these four countries. Lebanon I had done, Beirut, Ilmina Chekka, what a name. Then Sidon, Tyre, there is a city called as Tyre. Okay. And then Baltic Sea I had done. Who touches Baltic Sea? Norway doesn't, but Sweden, Finland does. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. There is Russia. Then after Russia, who's there? Poland, is it? I think it's Poland. Yeah, Poland. Then Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Then again it's Russia. Then Poland, Germany, and Denmark. These are the countries that really surround Baltic Sea. There is Baltic Sea. There is Gulf of Bosnia. There is Gulf of Riga. There is Gulf of Sweden. The Gulf of Finland. All three Gulfs we had seen. Then Turkey we had done. Turkey is a little bit on the border of both Asia and Africa that we had seen. So not Asia and Africa. It's on the border of Asia and Europe. What is it called? If you go from Turkey to Bosphorus Strait, Dardanelles Strait, the Sea of Marmara, between them, the Aegean Sea is Aegean Sea is not Aegean Sea. Which sea is this? Part of Mediterranean that is just close to Turkey is called as this Aegean Sea. Yeah, I think it's Aegean Sea. And then Sea of Azov, Kerch Strait, all those things. Cyprus, Mediterranean Sea. Georgia, Armenia, water bodies, alpha context. Somalia. Somalia, we have seen the sea. Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti, the seed countries. But even if you come from the north, these are SEDS countries. Somalia, Eritrea, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Somalia. These four SEDS countries, and these are seed countries. It gets a little bit confusing, but what can you do? Nini Mama Chad. I remember the second one as well. Nigeria, and the second one I don't remember. Well, anyway, I had done this portion. Abu Musa Island is Abu Musa Island, Greater and Lesser Tumb. They are disputed between UAE and Iran. And China just is there meddling, you can say. The Senkaku Islands, definitely this has been a PYQ. So all these things. Moldova, South Thailand, the Patani conflict, West Papua, Mindanao, Kachin State, Sahel region, Tigray, Mozambique, Sudan, Darfur. Then there is Europe. We have seen Transnistria, and Basque and Catalonia in Spain, Cyprus Island, Chechnya in Russia, South Ossetia and Abkhazia in Georgia. Yeah, this can be a question. Georgia, it has been the whole Caucasian region has been in news. Caucasian. I'm actually curious if I can put a Caucasian family picture and Google would still show mixed race. This is the funniest thing. How is that a Caucasian family? Yeah, anyway, I will have to continue with what I'm doing. St. Martin's Island has been in news, especially because USA wanted to make a base there, and Sheikh Hasina denied, and they did a coup in Bangladesh.
Yes, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Abraham Accord. Abraham Accord क्या है? इसराइल और यूएई का है ना, इसराइल यूएई बहरीन में रिलेशंस ठीक किए थे, लेकिन इसराइल हमास ने वेटेड है ना, इसराइल यूएई बहरीन में इसराइल और यूएई का है ना, इसराइल यूएई बहरीन में इसराइल और यूएई का है ना, इसराइल यूएई एब्राहम अकॉर्ड क्या है? इसराइल और यूएई का है ना, इसराइल यूएई बहरीन में रिलेशंस ठीक है, लेकिन इसराइल हमास को वेटेड द डिप्लोमेटिक there is Abraham Accords. Abraham Accords have been Israel or UAE है ना, Israel
Yeah, let me just make the quick note on Abraham Accord, because that's an important development. It was an important development, I guess.
यूएई का है ना, इसराइल यूएई बहरीन में रिलेशंस इसराइल हमास को they ended the diplomatic there is Abraham Accords. Abraham Accords have been in the news also with Netanyahu traveling to US. Fine, so what is Abraham takes the from Abraham? Yes, because you find that Christian as a advisor. All three are Abraham, which is a patriarch. Abraham. Abraham basically God mediated nice relations between Israel and Arab nations like UAE, Morocco, Bahrain, and also Israel, Hamas, Bahrain, with yes. Now with the war coming, Iran had also Morocco Accord, Abraham Accord, and authorized whole empire. August 2020, that mediated by US, UAE, and Israel had normalized it. Bahrain and Bahrain, Morocco, that was it. But before that, Hamas, because of in fact Bahrain there is an expectation. He was leading the effort of creation of Israel and the Arab nations. Administration has recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Jerusalem is dispute Israel and Palestine, with Palestine being claimed Jerusalem. However, unilaterally recognized that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel and shift USA's embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. But yet, 19 unilateral Golan Heights, Golan Heights as part of the world recognized as an occupation by Israel during the day for 1960. The UN every year passes a resolution asking US asking Israel to return Golan Heights. Golan Heights गोलान हाइट्स ऑक्यूपाइड है सीरिया लोग रहते हैं वो करते हैं सीरियन सीरियन को भी रिकॉग्नाइज every year the UN General Assembly passes a resolution asking Guam Island. Guam Island as such. Guam Island as such. Pacific Ocean. Yes, the last class.
Again, Mr. Wong isn't here today. Jung, I think his name was, but
Pacific Islands as
Guam,
such are classified.
just above Philippines. I think you'd appreciate that if we were here. Guam is very close to the Philippines. Mexico.
Yes, they are classified of Melanesia,
Polynesia.
How do we classify?
Let me just think about how many countries are in each continent. How many countries? Just to check if I'm what countries I'm actually missing. How many countries in each continent? I think North America is the easiest because. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. North America also contains technically Central America. That's why there are 23 countries. So North America has 23 countries, South America has 12 countries, Africa has 54, USA, sorry, this has 30, and Asia has 44. So if you look at world political groupings, Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. If you go, 3 countries are here, that means 20 countries are here. These 20 countries are a little bit annoying to remember. These 12 are very easy to remember. These 50, again, why are there so many countries in such a small area? I don't know. Then again, Australia and New Zealand, so there are only 12 countries here. These 12 countries and these 20 countries take up a lot of just small countries have major names. They should just become one country together. Yeah, it's an insensitive, probably not a culturally sensitive thing to say, but I just want to memorize the names. So if they just become one country, life would be a lot easier for geography students. Let's just see. These all of this put together are 20 sorry, all of these put together are 3 countries, and this small area there are 20 countries. That's just awful. Same thing here. These are 2 countries, and this small island groups are like 12 countries. Hey, not cool, brah. And this is 54 countries. Fair enough. It's a big, large continent. Even this has 44. This is again fair enough. You look at this being 50. This is the whole thing is one country, but this is 49 countries. Ouch. I feel like there should be a standard exclusive level below which you cannot be called a country. Like how is Tuvalu a country? It's like a small island. You literally have island territories that are bigger than the whole country. That shouldn't be the case. I'm pretty sure if your country is smaller than a city, then it should not be called a country. Yeah, since nobody is in the chat, I can make all the controversial statements that I can want. Unless Twitch finds them, I'm not going to be in any trouble. So let's just see what is the area of largest city in the world. It's I think you should there should be again, I want to see population area 2100 kilometer square. Okay, it is actually small then. Okay, city proper. List of countries by area. So if I go down here, what? There are 194 countries, and let's just say large city, a very large city, even a city proper city, let's just say area kilometer square of city proper. Forget about the urban area and metropolitan area. Let's just put, say, something like no, this is population. What am I doing? 2000, 1400, 16. Yeah, I feel like this country should at least be 500 square kilometers. If you go, that's 1,000 kilometers. That's a kilometer square. I think your country should at least be 1,000. I would even go so far as saying 10,000 square kilometers. I don't consider anything below this to be a country. Yeah, from now on, these countries are not called countries anymore. Like, what is Cyprus? Why is it such a small island considered a whole country? Hopefully, nobody from Cyprus is in the chat. That would be very awkward. But yeah, if your country is smaller than a city, then it should not be called a country. I think that's a very commonsensical statement to make. Yeah. See, metropolitan areas are literally 13,000, 14,000 square kilometers. So if you go Djibouti, yeah, okay, fine. Anyway, I'm just wasting time here. I should continue on quickly. So where was I? I was just looking. There are 12 countries in the Micronesia, Melanesia, Polynesia region, and that's what I was looking at. There are 20 countries in the small region of Central America. Let me just check countries of Central America. I do know there is Haiti is there. There is Fiji, I believe, is there. Trinidad and Tobago is there. No, this is just they have given me the 7 countries of Central America. Yeah, so those 7 is okay. Ignore Shutterstock for a bit. See, Bahamas is one country, I believe. So 7 countries are here, I think. Let me just check. Central America has 7 countries. No, I need to go back for this too. Yeah. Let me just check. Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, I believe. Panama is there, and one I'm missing. Which one am I missing? Costa Rica, of course. Costa Rica I'm missing. So 7 countries are here. 7 plus 3, that is 10. Those are 10 countries. And remaining 13 countries are in the islands. It is Caribbean islands. Or should I just call them Caribbean island countries? I believe they should all be members of CARICOM, right? These should be total 13 countries, I guess. Let me just check. Bahamas is 1. Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. These are 6 countries in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6. So basically there are 7 small countries here that I'm unable to. I'm guessing this is 1. This is 2. Yeah, Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago, you know, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me just make a list quickly. Countries of North America. Yeah, these are the major countries. These are the El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica and Panama. Okay, let's ignore this. These 3 plus 7, 10. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 are the ones. That should be somewhat easy to do. Notepad is what I'm looking at. So let me. Okay, when I go to this image, I'm finding out that there is Antigua and Barbuda. What the hell is Barbuda? Ignore this. Let me take out the bigger ones. Cuba, Haiti, I believe that's how it's called. Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic. Bahamas would be the first one, right? Bahamas is here. Bahamas, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica. These 4 are separate countries that I know. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries are again easy to remember. But the difficult part is these ones. Is Grenada a separate country? Yeah. So Barbados, Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago. Barbados, Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago. These 3 are again somewhat simple to remember, just because you have heard their names many times before. Not Grenada, but Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago we have heard many times. So let's just say these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First five are done. Last 3 are done. Barbados, Grenada, and Trinidad and Tobago. The first 5 are done. Last 3 are done. Right? 8 countries are done. That leaves these 5 countries. These are the more irritating thing here is there are many small island territories of the countries. Like this belongs to US. This belongs to, for example, this is Netherlands. This is Netherlands. This is Netherlands. This is UK. This is US. This is UK. This is again UK. Antigua and Barbuda is there. One. This is apparently France. Martinique is France. Saint Lucia is there. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines is there. Saint Kitts and Nevis should be somewhere there. Yeah, I can't even see. The country is so small that you can't even see it on the world map. That is just sad. Hopefully World Atlas is able to show it a little bit better than Shutterstock can. Oh my god. Okay, fine. See, the Saint Kitts and Nevis is the one that is causing so much problem because you literally cannot see it. I mean, not literally, but yeah, literally. On the earlier map, I literally could not see where the country was. So, Saint Kitts and Nevis is here. Saint Kitts and which one is Saint Kitts and Nevis even? Saint Kitts and Nevis, Saint Lucia, Saint Vincent and Grenadines. Antigua and Barbuda. Really, how cluttered is all this thing? Antigua and Barbuda, and I believe Dominica. Where is Dominica? Does anyone see Dominica in here? Yeah, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, then the 3 saints: Saint Kitts, Saint Lucia, Saint Vincent and Grenadines. Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Grenada. See, there is a Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, then there is a Granada, then there is Saint Antigua and Barbuda, and there is a Barbados. Why would you name these countries so confusingly? What even is it supposed to mean? This is Puerto Rico, this is USA, this is British 6. Anyway, I guess 5 countries are the ones that are just forgettable in this region. Meanwhile, if you look at the Pacific Ocean countries, there are, I believe, 14 of them. Yeah, 14 independent Pacific Island countries. Map looks clear at least. So let's just ignore Australia, New Zealand, Nauru, Vanuatu, Fiji, Tuvalu, somewhere 1, 2. Yeah, I don't think it's all that important. Let me just go and continue doing what I was doing.
Consider like or contribute niche. That is how we classify. That is how we classify the Pacific Island. दोनों हाथ से. And Guam, North Island, located west of the ideal international line, and therefore a Micronesian island. So you find it is a Micronesian island. As it is stated here. And it is Micronesian Guam. Island is very, very important. Yes, you have Tonga, you have Papua New Solomon, Vaanu Island, Samoa, Kiribati, Marshall, present in and you नाम है लगभग से पता होना चाहिए. I doubt if they ask a question which is very important part of Melanesia. Yes, Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, I think this is a much better map. I wish this was a little bit bigger. I kind of want an AI to be able to why don't they just give it like a simple list? School and all, but where is the list of countries? Let's see if the chatbot can answer it. Oh wow, okay, it actually did. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That actually seems right. The chatbot actually seems useful now. 5 plus 4 plus 3. Total of 12 countries, eh? I guess that makes sense. Let me just check if they have given Federated States of Micronesia, Kiribati, Marshall Islands. Marshall Islands are not independent. Marshall Islands is independent. That's the confusing part. Okay. Let me just copy these two answers and try to make sense of it. So if I go here, these are the independent countries, and these are I think that works just fine. Tuvalu is the only one which is weird there. Wish I could. Oh my god, it's even smaller. So Micronesia has 4 states. Federated States of Micronesia, Kiribati is part of Micronesia or not? I don't think it is. Why does it feel like Kiribati is not part of Micronesia? Okay, it is. What? Isn't that a part of Polynesia? Now this is just confusing. Okay. So if I open this, where is Kiribati? Kiribati is part of Polynesia, man. How come it is given in Micronesia? See, then this map is completely wrong. I guess this is the right map then. Yeah, okay, this is a much better map, I guess. Then the bot is also correct. Okay, so if I open these maps side by side, culture map, so if I look at just the independent states, then it is going to be, see, they have given Micronesia, but they have not at all shown the federated states of Micronesia. That's a little bit annoying. Why would you make a map and not show the entire country on it? Okay, so if I go to Micronesia, these are the 5 states. Palau is there, Federated States is there, Marshall Islands is there, Nauru is there, and I believe, where is Kiribati now? This map doesn't show Kiribati. Okay, Kiribati is here. So Kiribati is here. This Kiribati, Marshall Island, Federated States of Micronesia, and Palau. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. These 5 are part of Micronesia. Should I just color code this? So Micronesia 5, Melanesia 4, and Polynesia 3. Samoa, Tonga, and Tuvalu. Samoa, Tonga, and Tuvalu. These 3 are Polynesia, and I guess the remaining ones are PNG, Solomon Islands, Fiji. Where is Fiji? Fiji and Vanuatu. Yeah, okay, 5 plus 4 plus 3. That actually makes sense if I just desktop. No, I just want the. How do I save the. Oh my god. No, I don't want the. I only want the image. I guess I have to open the image in neutral. Why? What do they get by doing this? So if I zoom in, it won't let me open the image in it. So what should I do now? Yeah, I think this is upscaler. Yeah, please tell me it will let me do the thing. Appreciate that you have given me a free AI, but if it doesn't. Okay, first let me just upscale it. Let me upscale it for a start. Single image is sufficient. I have to first upload the image. Not this. Not even this. Desktop. Yeah, I think this is the map I'm trying to upscale. Open it. Should be very easy to do, you know. Processing, I guess. Well, yeah, meanwhile, I'll just continue. Delete. Let me check. Yeah, it didn't upscale at all. It looks even worse. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to give you a thumbs down for that sad attempt. I guess I have to just search. Why is it Google Lens? I do wish it wasn't Google Lens. I just wish it was just regular Google search. That used to be very easy. Where do I find? Yeah, I'm not a robot. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Let me not fail this, you know. Okay, okay, this is actually good. Really appreciate how clear this image is, you know. So if I understand it correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, these are Micronesia. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 are these are Melanesia, and I believe 1, 2, 3, 1, sorry, um, 1, 2, and 3. These are part of Polynesia. If that makes sense, let me just check. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, there are 5 countries in Micronesia. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries and 2 dependencies, right? So three, four, 5 countries and 2 dependencies. Yeah. I'm just gonna copy this. Melanesia has 1, 2, 3, 4 countries. Four countries, 2 dependencies. Okay, Western New Guinea is part of. This is just very confusing. I'm guessing this is just a part of Indonesia. This island, afterwards there is this thing, and then there is a small portion, I guess. This island, then there is this thing. Okay. Let me just check this out. Western New Guinea I can easily understand, but Central Papua, Highland Papua, Papua, South Papua, Southwest Papua, and West Papua, these are all confusing. So this is all part of this one island, right? If there is that, then that thing, that is just awful. That is absolutely awful. Why don't Western Papua? All of these portions are actually just a part of this large island that I can see. Yeah, this is something I'm just badly struggling with at the moment. Let me just check. Yeah, this is all one thing, man. They are just confusing me here for no reason. Yeah, so these are just the province of Indonesian Papua. Why would you separately list all the provinces? It doesn't even make sense. Okay, Fiji, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands. Oh boy. There are probably more, no? So they haven't actually listed all of it out. Polynesia is easier, 3 countries. There are many other islands, but main 3 countries, only 3 countries are there. Tonga, Tuvalu, Samoa. That's it. Tonga, Tuvalu, and Samoa. So Tonga, this is Tuvalu, there is Tonga, and there is Samoa. So besides this, there are like 10 different territories. Yeah, I think this is something that should be a part of my mapping course. Why? Just so the number of countries are actually very small. That is just 5 and 4. Just 12 countries are there, but there are like a dozen dependencies that confuses the whole understanding of the area. So basically, the 13 countries that are difficult to remember here, plus the 12 countries that are difficult to remember here. Not, it's a little bit confusing at least. So 25 countries I can easily do now. Okay. Now that I have wasted significant time in interesting things that are not a part of the exam. Not necessarily not a part, but unlikely to be asked in exam. Let me just test the chat, take like a 2-3 minute break and start reading the remaining things seriously. Today is Friday, I believe, right? Yeah. Testing chat. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's working. Yeah, just I'm going to take a walk, short walk, let's just say, and be right back. I like this one. It's a simple, does the job. Or even this one is good. Hmm. Okay, I think now it's time for me to sit down, be a little bit more serious, and complete the lecture quickly. I have been studying, not exactly I haven't been wasting time, but just the priority of the topics is one that is actually given in your notes. So I think that is what I should be focusing on. Improve the focus of what I'm doing, complete the lectures today. So by tomorrow I will be. Uh, Let us see. Uh, yeah, okay. It is working. So I don't. Wow, okay. Somebody followed. One Rukio, thank you for the follow. Are you in the chat? But if they are in the chat, they are probably typing. So meanwhile, I will continue what I was saying. That is, I have to focus on the things that are actually given in the notes instead of looking up general things. So that's what I'll be doing now. Yeah, the bike is very loud in the background. People enjoy their loud bikes, you know. One Rokio, hello, thank you for the follow, man. It's actually nice when people show up in the chat, you know, instead of guys who are just advertising something like their stream or even like a website that will give you viewers. Usually, those are the messages I get. Oh, what's up with you? What brings you here? International relations. I'll just type it out to make it easier for you. Yeah, it's an interesting topic if you don't have an exam. speaking now. So Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. In the southwards, there is Lake Victoria, but in the north of Kenya, there is this Lake Turkana. It's just at the border of Ethiopia and Kenya. I guess it's a little difficult to see in the map, but they have just given a very detailed map of it. I'm not sure there is a truck going on. It's making a lot of noise. Anyway, Turkana is done. Mount Kilimanjaro is again on the border of Kenya and Tanzania. Yeah, I was just talking about this, right? Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. These countries are. This is Mount Kilimanjaro. There's also Mount Kenya here, which is located on the equator itself. Lake Victoria. Again, the equator passes through this lake. There's Rwanda, Burundi close by.
Sinai Peninsula, western portion, West Canal has been created by digging. Yes, on the other hand, the eastern and river from Jordan from find that what has happened is Suez Canal has remained blocked because of the Houthi rebels who have come out in mass. And there is a very important what of Egypt. Now India's came off. Yes, located in Egypt. Already knows. Therefore, because of blockade, this canal corridors, alternative corridors, and I yes, blockade, delighted, IMEX. And so with that, we come starting with bilateral relationship. So first, we are going to get.
Okay, so places in news are now complete. Uh, the class wants to continue on to bilateral relationships. Meanwhile, I think I should go and check out a little bit of science and technology because too much of international relations gets a little boring. I'll just stop it here and continue on doing science and technology for a bit. Hopefully, that's a little bit easier to remember. Yeah, because biotech I have already read once, so it's probably going to be easier. I'll finish off that topic quickly. That is, it's not going to be quick, it's going to be at least 2 hours, but still, I should be able to complete it with relative comfort. If I go back to I think it is the class third.
This person has coronavirus is common. So based on, let's say there is a concept called brain cells. We're using brain cells we use 25 by lab. Using brain cells to do calculation in the lab. Nothing to do with it's able to understand signal processing inside an individual. A very important topic. Physics and examination. In this case, physics examination is about technology. Like that, we do not have very good basic is material available for biotechnology. So that topic will take very less time.
Yeah, as the class is saying, if you have the grasp of basics of biotechnology, then you are able to clear all these questions with relative ease. But I will just be back in like 30 seconds. Hold on. Don't know where I put my science and technology notes. Sec. Oh, I just had those in my hand. It's just so weird. I have notes. Where is science and technology? Did I not? No, that makes sense. I just hadn't started using them yet. So they were just wherever they were placed yesterday on the table, that is. But yeah, let me start and finish it off quickly.
About basic ideas. Going to spend some time talking about the basic ideas. Then I will jump into you realize that understanding and technology. I will use this. We will discuss that first. Our technology is about use of biological analysis, biological process, benefit of tools, agriculture, industry, environmental remediation, applications. Even when we did not understand biology very well, we use biotechnology. Learn from it. The activities of producing biomolecules from this same solid from the biomolecules available in nature. So, anyway, this is another concept. Biomolecules. Organic molecules found inside living organisms. Biomolecules. There are thousands and lakhs of types of biomolecules and billions of biomolecules in all the living organisms. All the different. All can be categorized into carbohydrate, the simplest biomolecules. It's also those carbohydrate depending upon the simple carbohydrates, those very simple carbohydrates. There are polysaccharides. Second biomolecule we should know. One of the famous examples. Lipid molecules are lipid and lipid fat. It is much fat. Lipid molecules take such a that they store energy. The longer energy storage that happens in the molecule. Medium source of energy storage happens in another very important function, for example, human beings. These are very important part of the membrane. Now, the cell around the membrane. The membrane is often made of those membranes protect us. Essentially control the route filter inside the cell, the route to come out. Lipids are very important, they're like a card for every level of lipids. Not very important biomolecule is the most important vital function of the body is because of protein. Simplest examples that your bones and tissues are connected with each other because of protein. Most prevalent protein molecule in the body usually connects your bone tissues and muscles. Proteins are digestive enzymes, proteins are hormones, proteins are antibodies have been infected by bodies trying to kill the pathogen. Proteins are the most important molecules and they perform major functions. We have these hormones are being released by the happy something that enzyme is being released by the most important molecule is nucleic acids. One type of nucleic acids. First is for DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Why I get a statement is the most important molecule? DNA, blueprint of all living organisms and living viruses. What do I mean by blueprint? It means blueprint. Starting with, for example, what will be the body structure? Will your eyes, will your feet? Put it in your name. There are organisms. Body parts are differently arranged. It inputs everything about you. The color of your eyes, your attitude, protein in the body. There are organisms. Body parts are differently arranged. It inputs everything about you. The color of your eyes, your attitude, in the body will make, body will make. So that information is included in here. This is the most important. It inputs everything about you. Also inputs some mediating as well. The aptitude is based on the more research is based on aptitude or mood based on the because you are always happy. Just people who people in regulation. What I'm trying to make here is this is fully blueprint of the blueprint. The biological functions are like this one. This when we talk, if we go to nucleic acid, understanding more about nucleic acid, what changes if we can make about this happening at the level of nucleic acid. We should spend some time about this amazing molecule, most complex. This is what I mentioned in this. I do not want you to overburden yourself with a lot of technical information. I want you to appreciate very few things this entire slide. What these ideas you already know about. You know that DNA is a double helical structure. Double helical structure. Take one part, right? Straighten it like that. Instead, the helical structure. Straighten it. If I take one part is called nucleotide. DNA essentially is made of many nucleotides throughout this structure. Straighten the entire DNA of the DNA of the cell. From one side. How many cells you have in the body? Billion cells. 40 trillion. What will be a million acid? Just go and find. Since its thickness is 2 nanometer, structure is in a thread like the structure which is called chromosome. In that area which will be not more than either the top, the other top of the DNA molecule. It is made of nucleotides. Every nucleotide, the part. Sugar, especially called deoxyribose sugar, deoxyribose as a phosphate. This is common in this entire structure. In this entire structure, what varies? Third component. Third component is called nitrogenous base. There are 4 possibilities. And then I need this structure. If I go to the next slide. This is what we mean by that. We look at this structure here. This is only for value structure. It makes sense in a moment why I am talking about this. This nucleotide, just one. As an important sugar molecule, has deoxyribose sugar. Then it has this molecule, has nitrogen which is integral to it, hence the name nitrogen base. But there are 3 more such amazing happens here. That we discussed that DNA is a double helical structure. It is a double helical structure. Because this one single strand of DNA is itself to the next strand of DNA. Just take a small one is called 2 strands of DNA that are glued together if you want to use that word. A very big one is called. Because of that, DNA always, whenever it is a double helical structure, always exists in a form. Base pairs exist in a pair. And you always go with the remember that also. It's not a base. And I will remember this base pair sequence. The A always goes with C. This base pairing sequence decides the nucleus of organisms. Is basic classification of species. For example, all of us share 99.9% of our DNA. They make that statement is base pairing sequence. We all of us share 99.9% of DNA. 0.1% difference is a huge. Reason is how many base pairs we have? We have 3 billion base pairs. Bases. 6 billion base pairs are 0.1% of the country. So maybe few millions. Those few million bases are different. 2 million different bases makes all of us unique, but we all look different, different eye color, and both genetic properties as well as proteins is because of 1%. Huge connection. Literal blueprint here. It is not like an applicable thing. This is the first thing we should appreciate about nitrogenous base pairing. Second thing which you should appreciate about DNA. So what are the functions? What functions it performs? Let's only talk about its main function. First main function it performs stores genetic information. There is a specific thing of word gene on that. Stores genetic information and then we pass on the information. Why? What is its main function? Stores genetic information. It stores genetic information and we pass on the information. I'm very interested in these interests. A lot of mine is what's in that of the part project, obviously about the second one, which is called the I'm very interested in this. Stores genetic information and we pass on the information. I'm very interested in the second one. These interests. A lot of mine is special in that of the part. Many topics will be about the second. Which we should appreciate about DNA. So what are the functions? What functions it performs? So we talk about its main function. First main function it performs something called stores genetic information. There is a specific meaning of the word gene I don't know. It stores genetic information. Because that is genetic information can be passed on. very interested in the second function, protein synthesis. Not the entire topic about the topics of the protein synthesis. There are specific part of DNA. Imagine if your DNA is that book, right? This book is now divided into multiple chapters. This case, your DNA has those segments, the nucleotides of those segments, essentially code for the entire part of the DNA. So, most important function DNA does have. It codes for this information. This information leads to protein manufacturing in itself. Protein manufacturing is also very important. DNA molecules play a very important role in protein synthesis. Human body, or that matter, living organisms are capable of producing hundreds and thousands of tons of what all of that information is encoded into the DNA. The information is encoded in nucleotides. We call this gene. Part of DNA codes for protein called coding region of DNA. Other part of DNA that does not code for protein called this non-coding region. That's again something else. Also not that on the reason. But you know that it's not done here. Part of DNA which codes divided into different genes. How many genes human DNA has? 25. The human DNA is just a base has 20 genes. 25,000 genes are either one gene will be capable of encoding the entire protein or part of protein. Single genes together are required. How does it happen? That is very interesting. The third function has replicating cell. Simply means that when a cell divides, a perfect this is what DNA. One of the most important information I want to remember here is this part, protein synthesis. Immediately, let's go to the next part. What is protein synthesis? DNA as a dictator. DNA has this umpire. This umpire is the entire cell. And in the cell there is a castle. Yes. Castle has its own castle wall. There is a membrane around that nucleus. Inside that nucleus is also DNA molecule is inside. This molecule will guide all of the part of the organism. The most important thing is synthesis. But this dictator does not come out of this castle. Hence inside the castle. Whenever particular protein has to get something bad, specific digestive enzyme needs to be produced inside the castle. Whenever a particular protein is to make, those genes which are responsible for activated DNA leads to formation of another nucleic acid. RNA inherently is called. This RNA particularly is called messenger RNA or RNA. mRNA can come out of the nucleus. This mRNA has information about these two. Goes to inside. There is called digestive. Goes on rate of its goes on RNA. It is an organelle inside. This messenger RNA transfers information to ribosome. And from intermediary is but three RNA molecules are already uploaded. Messenger RNA sends that information to ribosomal RNA. It can come from intermediary as well. Now the ribosome has the information. Also the medicator that is ribosome starts manufacturing. So it is a very complex protein. Two proteins will be made in a few minutes. Two proteins which are very complex. It will take few hours. That part is called synthesis. Synthesis happens mainly in two steps. Both of those steps have their own. Remember the word transcription. Essentially means DNA is transcribing information about something in a messenger RNA molecule. To occur means it has been coded for that protein. This messenger RNA molecule synthesis. That process is transcription. Protein synthesis happens in two main steps. The first is transcription. Already told you what are genes. What do you come across this term? Genome means entire range of genetic expression. That genetic expression organism. Genetic code is universal. Genetic code of all living organisms. How this is universal. This code coding. This technical. One we need to remember here is universal. As the whole life started in unicellular organisms. Life has a common origin. This is one of the biggest evidence for that. Genetic code, how it is read your cell, is common in organisms in all living organisms. That is one of the biggest evidence that has a common origin. Let's come to RNA. You should know few things about RNA also. There are some structural differences between RNA and DNA. DNA structural differences that RNA has a sugar here, that is called ribose. Extra oxygen. DNA has a sugar here, less oxygen, that is called D. Look at the nucleotide here. Nucleotide has a sugar, that sugar. It also has a nitrogenous base. The thing is that one of that nitrogenous base is uracil. So, difference. I remember that also. There's a structural difference between an iron. Obvious structural difference generally is a single strand. Double stranded DNA generally is a single strand. DNA is a also has a nitrogenous base. The thing is that what of that nitrogenous base is uracil instead of thymine. So you don't have thymine, you have uracil. Remember that also. The structural difference between an iron. Obvious structural difference is that DNA generally is a single strand. Double stranded thymine also. RNA generally is a single strand. DNA has base pairs and simple base. It also has four bases. One of that is uracil. DNA resides inside nucleus. RNA can be inside nucleus. Outside nucleus. DNA encodes for all protein. RNA is the actual chromosome. That's a protein. Is there any questions? Yes. I know that this is like a question. It's like trying to collect what I said. This is make sure that is not used most for complicated. Biology may make I feel that I love that subject. Indian examination process. I absolutely right. One of the bottleneck is the biology. Economic names system. Names are so complicated. Proper noun pattern. There are so many proper nouns you need to remember. That's the answer. Unless you're studying genetics, unless you're studying genetics, best biology is as long as you know that there will be lot of words and remember is a problem. It's like how you remember names of people. You need to remember name of biological problem. Just think of that in mind and biology becomes a very simple. What do you think, you know? It's a body function along with this structure. I mentioned RNA is a body function. Also given the different what the difference in the differences. RNA has ribosugar, DNA has deoxyribosugar. RNA uses uracil instead of thymine. RNA is usually single stranded, DNA is typically RNA is less stable, DNA is more stable. Differences.
I'm just trying to look up whether some biology classes are available, any latest biology classes available on Telegram or no. Hopefully they are. I think that really helps out just in the clarity of all these concepts. Quite sure why it's buffering so hard, but there is usually a date on these classes. I guess it's not there in this class for some reason.
And DNA is packaged very nicely inside the nucleus. There is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, there is thread-like structure. This is chromosome and this is essential. Two things. How the things process DNA. This is the most important thing. Human beings, one part of DNA, gene, encoding for either that protein or something. Human beings biology classes. 22 chromosomes. 22 chromosomes essentially they are gender property. 23rd chromosome includes information about sex. Yes. 23rd is sex chromosome. Remember that also. School days. We have sex chromosome, XX. 23 years of chromosome. Basic biology. Now we are entering technology. Nucleotide को एक तरह का सेपरेट पार्ट है. Many nucleotides together will be one. Many nucleotides together. That can die. Some things can include few thousands of base pairs, include few hundreds of base pairs, lakhs of base pairs. These are the total हुआ था nucleotide का नहीं. That means there are 20,000 things dying there. Now we are entering technology. Welcome. Genetic change. Later. It's a very important topic. We are going to discuss this in this video. Some terms we are going to come across. You should know the meaning of these terms so that once again to ask you you read them immediately. What we done is for restriction enzyme. So DNA by structure that was scientists first will be able to make the scientists first the scientists. But after that, many more scientists have got more and more about understanding of DNA. By 1960s itself, scientists the name is enzymes. Restriction enzymes can produce a double stranded protein. If you want to fragment DNA, you can do that with these molecules for restriction. They are capable of fragmenting DNA with them out. Because this is what restriction enzyme is double stranded DNA. Then you come across this other group of molecules. These molecules are called ligase molecules. Ligase molecules, how restriction is introduced. Ligase molecules, how DNA molecules. And now you can DNA. So those molecules are called like this now. Simply DNA. I talked about this most important recombinant DNA technology. Recombinant DNA technology is a moment. We'll discuss this in a moment. First tool which is very popular. This tool is called polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction essentially allows scientists to take a particular strand of DNA, not in that DNA, strand of DNA of interest. You can create millions of copies of DNA. Nothing is allowed scientists to do that. This is called polymerase chain reaction. Remember, what is the process? Remember, the polymerase chain reaction, part of the genetic material is being multiplied rapidly so that it can create millions of copies. Immediate application I can tell you, with help of artificial first transcription is chain reaction. The first transcription means that the coronavirus that was virus virus. Coronavirus was genetic. There are viruses with genetic material here. Coronavirus is not one. Coronavirus was genetic material RNA. RNA is less than. RNA is not. क्या करना पड़ेगा? ये मॉलिक्यूल इस आपके पास से वो से पूरे सैंपल ये पता करना है कि सैंपल में इज द वायरल जीन या नॉट इस सैंपल में वायरल जीन first produce a corresponding DNA. DNA RNA that was in this case you are using RNA you are going to make a corresponding DNA molecule that is the word reverse translation. You are doing the opposite translation reverse translation. To make a corresponding DNA molecule is most but the amount of genetic material is so less. You can make this process as per now use polymerase chain reaction. You make millions of copies of that particular material. If you want that allows you to determine there are techniques to determine that allows you to determine this process. So this is an immediate application but there are different applications. Then there's a tool. This tool is called DNA fingerprint. DNA fingerprint is one part of the non-coding reason. As I told you that there are coding reasons in DNA for specific. Other part of the DNA is non-coding reason. Within that non-coding reason, we find कुछ जो बेस पेयर सीक्वेंसेस हैं वो बिल्कुल आपने वहाँ पे बेस पेयर सीक्वेंस हर इंसान का DNA यूनिक है और पूरा अपना DNA आप लेंगे ये लेना there are certain for example for tandem repeat for microsatellite DNA this is essentially hardly 2, 4 or 6 base pairs जैसे मान लो CS ये हमारा रिपीट हो आपके non-coding reason जैसे आपके DNA में इस पार्ट को यूज करके आपको यूनिक आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं you don't have to analyze the entire simply have to look at some specific sequence of DNA which is more and more in this is interesting. One individual share this, but it will appear in more publicly. It will appear again with less, say compared to random population, in your grand household. Using this short, you can also determine other things. You can also determine the probability that all this stuff are people in past used to have many satellite game. There are other patterns which can do 100 basements. They also repeat. This takes time. You have to isolate microsatellite and out of these microsatellite as a group. Because of that, individuals, not just humans, can be uniquely identified. You also understand how species are related together. Using this, for example, you can understand how many chimpanzees, how much of our DNA is similar, how much of DNA is similar. So this technology, when you try to create a database, reference genome database, you're not storing the entire data, that is not happening. It's storing part of base pairing sequence, which an individual can be identified. So that's what you need to look at. For example, when you already, let's say, for example, have made a database of all the controls, use of some previous file. Then whatever match this into database. You can for the installation. Then if it does not match, it can allow you to pick down or maybe some of the relatives are there in the database. This is used for this. DNA fingerprinting, as I said, it is used to identify individuals who need doing this, I'm using it for this, we can work for that is what I use answers. It is used for crime detection, it is used for pattern testing, it is used for identifying some victim, let's say, for example, disaster. Then identifying the victim, you can use DNA fingerprinting. What is important because 2 years ago, when there was starvation, we are going to figure out what DNA database. How many members were able to use the famous times? This was going to be one clear. We are going to create a DNA database. We want to escalate our situation. We want to become better at many people want to use this. US have come to escalate. This is a tool, DNA fingerprinting. For DNA fingerprinting, we can use some random repeats, some base pairs. We call the DNA fingerprinting non-coding reason. Then the technology called electrophoresis. We are using electric current. We can divide DNA something to larger and smaller for this one. Forget this idea. This is I want some biological function to occur. Let's start using some microbial DNA to produce some protein. Now let's go back to this concept of recombinant DNA. I'll go back to idea. Come up over the recombinant DNA. Recombinant DNA is that that other way to this DNA does not exist in DNA. One of the most important motivation of these DNA is we will identify these human beings responsible using insulin. We will take a fragment of that. Then we will take a bacterial DNA. Bacterial DNA, circular DNA, we call it plasmid. Plasmid is a bacterial DNA, circular DNA. First again a fragment here. Then attach this gene, this plasmid. Now you have a recombinant. You have a new DNA which is not existing. What I do, this recombinant DNA can be implanted inside a host organism. Host organism can interact with these. This host organism will reproduce this host organism absolutely active. This host organism, because it has a recombinant DNA, which is insulin producing gene, is producing insulin. It comes from the this little bit it so ideal temperature, ideal moisture level, ideal pH level, ideal oxygen level. ये जो most organism are, most organism don't have that. Want to create millions and billions of copies of all those copies are recombinant DNA inside. Every recombinant DNA is capable of producing insulin. Inside is how we have to producing insulin. Now we can use that. This is how reactors can use multiple things. One of that is production of insulin. Go back to this concept just vectors equals to DNA transfer. एक bacterial cell, एक circular DNA का bacterial cell, DNA is called plasmid. Again, plasmid का circular DNA is a bacterial. So the DNA of interest, for example, let's say insulin producing DNA, and using a ligase molecule to produce a recombinant DNA. This recombinant DNA is introduced in bacterial cell using polymerase chain reaction, using a bioreactor. Millions of copies. All those host cells are now capable of producing insulin, which they were not. This is a recombinant. Then come across this term for synthesis. Like example, say that is a actually as I sugar problem. There is a device called glucose monitor. So monitoring of continuously glucose level है यहाँ पे. ये sugar level cycle. Glucose monitor होता है. The biosensor. It is a device. So measuring some biological parameters. The biological parameter is being translated. Transmission can take number, for example, in this case, what is the level? Can also be some simple pregnancy pregnancy when be on a pregnancy state. You are pregnant, there are hormones which are pregnant. Those hormones essentially make a red very bright. So therefore, one red line. If you are pregnant, then the second line is also very bright. Essentially, this hormone leads to particles. Whenever you want to understand about presence of biological organism or biological molecule, you can use biosensors. Device which is capable of understanding presence of biological organism or biological molecule. Very important for medicine question. Also very important to know about presence of particles. We go back to artificial facts. PCR polymerase chain reaction करके बहुत सारे millions of processes होता है। ये आगे का फर्स्ट फॉर्म DNA now does that include private DNA? For that we are going to use biosensor X. Biosensor X we can private DNA is very important. Going to get not very popular tool in biotechnology. This tool is called gene therapy. Gene therapy, what do we do? Now there is a disease being possibly from disease. Disease is due to some underlying genetic cause. So we expose to the genes, or some genes are not working. Underlying genetic cause. That will be. If that's the case, then if you only solve the symptom, then it's the only symptom. Gene therapy works like this. That you take a functional gene. So, personally, something from defective gene, show me a blue color. Only representative. Let's say the defective blue color. There is a functional gene taken from the person. Functional gene can be inserted inside a vector. Vector can be a virus. Also can be nanoparticle. Using artificial methods rather than living methods. The most famous vector is virus. Also can be nanoparticle. Using artificial methods rather than living methods. The most famous vector is virus. And this virus, of course, will be virus can use this for something. We are trying to rectify the line genetic cause in this. Such type of tools we do gene therapy. Gene therapy is a larger one. Within gene therapy, gene editing also does. Also, gene editing is more. I think the last one, and then I will do this is editing. So, what we should know about gene therapy? How to sense it? This can be divided into two types. Non-sexual cells. They have cells which are sexual cells. These are called germ cells. In fact, even uniform zygote is an example of germ cells. And these are called germ cells. They are sexual cells. The recent advancements in artificial also is not only you can edit, you can also edit. I am emphasizing upon that. Let's say, for example, somebody suffers from disease, Alzheimer's, or very genetic diseases. Using gene therapy, somebody suffering from a genetic disorder, Alzheimer's, Using gene therapy, that person can be cured, but you still do not stop being carrier of the disease. Still are carrier of the disease. That effective gene still can be direction. If it is only somatic gene therapy. But if germline gene therapy happens, if sperm cells have been modified, if newly formed zygote has been modified, whether we can do that, then that change is going to happen throughout the generation. They explain it like this: you are getting rid of genetic disease to all the successful family generation. It is not allowed to do this. Do it anymore. It is banned. It is very simple. If you also your concept of gene therapy, type of mutations can happen because of that. No problem. Damage is related by contamination. This is such a complex thing. There are other problems also from timing reason. For example, that later. But something very banned in many countries. Simply something out of the It is very limited. Because many countries, South Africa has allowed this job in therapy for one country. That raises this very serious issue. What if it leads to some sort of disorder which is again going to be a relation of condition? Not want to take such a business. So I think it's a session. About concept of gene editing. Gene editing fits in this larger discussion about gene therapy. Gene editing simply means using some enzymes. Two most famous enzymes are called ZF and TALO. Three finger nucleases. Transcription activated. Nucleases, whenever you come across this word nucleases, remember we are talking about time restriction enzyme. Using some enzyme for introducing a double stranded term. You are, let's say, for example, the part of DNA which is defective gene you are removing. Nucleases. Nucleases, whenever you come across this word nucleases, remember we are talking about time of restriction enzyme. Using some enzyme, you are introducing a double stranded cut. You are, let's say, for example, some part of DNA which is defective gene you are removing. You are introducing a double stranded cut. Now, few things can happen. Body has your own repair mechanism to repair its own DNA. Happen immediately. But when that happens, you are going to introduce some mutations which you do not know. What type of mutations you have to involve with that? You don't control that. Second thing which can be happening is give some sort of to guide the repair process. In this case, we can essentially show off that what type of changes are going to happen. We don't want some random mutation to occur. We will be third thing, we can now also introduce the following gene. You know some other mechanism. This part is of course that based on a lot of ideas and other problems. Human beings of course it will not be allowed. But in some other organisms we already have it. We introduce foreign gene. For example, in case of crops, we are introducing foreign genes. I'm going to talk about that. So traditional जो सबसे बहुत फेमस तरीका था पास में, there was a method called ZFM, there was a method called talent. Who uses this method? Because there is a third method. Third method was discovered in 2012. The EU scientists who discovered this, they got organized in industry in 2020. This method is called CRISPR-Cas9. Some scientists, when they were researching on bacteria.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. Give me 30 seconds. 1 minute or so. go away for 30 seconds and a bot is there. Dew Weapon 3. Best viewers on streambo.com. Sometimes it says the viewers are cheap, sometimes it says the viewers are best, and every day I get more and more tempted to check it out.
Found a very unusual DNA pattern in certain bacteria. One of the bacteria is E. coli, very famous bacteria. Found a very unusual pattern in their DNA. Initially, we did not know that what is the purpose of DNA. This was only known in 2000s. The purpose of that part of DNA is to themselves against viruses. Remember, a virus can infect even a bacteria. Those viruses which infect the viruses are called bacteriophages. There are bacteriophages viruses. Same way we have immune system, we have an immune system. Certain bacteria basic immune system is guided by this part of DNA. It's called CRISPR. And these two people, Emmanuel Shahan, they replicate in the lab. We can replicate any organism. We can make a guided RNA molecule. Guided RNA molecule which will look for specific. The moment it finds that specific, there will be a protein associated with it. This particular protein is called. The moment this guided RNA molecule finds a specific sequence of DNA, which we wanted it to find, the moment it finds that, it is going to use a double stranded. That part will be removed. Now again, three things can happen. Either you allow DNA to repair itself, or you allow some sort of repair, or you allow foreign gene to be something. Things can happen. Why CRISPR-Cas9 is the most relevant technique? Because it is cheaper, it is efficient, it gives you very quick results. Redfern and Talon methods were more prone to error. CRISPR-Cas9 is very, very less prone to error. Redfern and Talon, they give the result of many such types. Redfern and Talon were expensive, CRISPR is not expensive. So this became a revolution. CRISPR-Cas9 allows now germline editing also for gene therapy. Use of some virus to insert some gene. Can also do somatic cell gene editing, germline gene editing. In 2018, there was a news from China. Scientists had done a gene modification, a germline gene editing using CRISPR. This child will not suffer from anything. Germline editing, so that generation is also not going to suffer from. This news came a problem. This led to a lot of people. People are not voted on the best behind this.
Yeah, it's Telegram that is making that noise.
You need to think about what you use gene editing for. There is a concept called designer building. Designer building means that rather than allowing natural process to select these babies, you start deciding on blue eyes and blonde hair, the body, and all of that. Such type of things are problematic. Not be allowed. Use this in other things that should be allowed. Person was jailed by the way. Point is that CRISPR-Cas allows also you to do germline editing. It does not have to be simple germline gene therapy, it can also do germline gene therapy. Now we are going to enter into the discussion. For human beings also we are using this. There is a very good news here. Last year there was a news from America. American FDA has given approval to CRISPR based medicine for sick animals. We are using it as of now can only for the problem of genetic diseases. Sickle cell, a lot of research is happening on thalassemia, another type of genetic disorder. We already are using it. In case of human beings, yes, very limited. Too much of risk in take too much. This class that is often mentioned in the news. Must be. A lot of questions. I will go back to all of this discussion. If you have questions in any of the topics, you can ask questions. Enzymes capable of introducing double stranded carbon DNA. I guess it allows strands of DNA to stick with one. Plasmid is a third DNA found inside some bacteria. These vectors become a great tool. Double stranded carbon DNA. I guess it allows two different strands of DNA to stick with one. Such as DNA found inside. These vectors lead to which is called recombinant DNA technology. That you take a DNA of interest, you remove part of this plasmid, then you add that DNA of interest to that. Here you have recombinant DNA. You introduce that recombinant DNA in a host, can be a bacteria, can be yeast, else. That host is in a bioreactor. There is chain reaction, creating millions and millions of copies of a fragment. Very short time. DNA fingerprinting, specific sequences of base pair for repeating in a living organism. Using that living organism can be uniquely identified. Also identify. Can also identify how living organisms are related to. For example, we use microsatellite DNA for that. Biosensors using electrical, optical, piezoelectrical signal to convert a molecule, presence of biological molecule or a biological signal which can glucose monitoring of pregnancy. Recombinant DNA technology, as we told you, gene therapy, use of some vector, often use a virus, carry the gene to take care of root cause of a disease, which is of a genetic disorder. Now more advanced tools such as FN, Talent, CRISPR-Cas9, they can use network DNA and this has applications across many domains. Now think about all of this. If you have questions, ask questions. Now I'm going to start with topics which are given in the video.
Yeah, so about 45 minutes of this class remain. I will go and wait, I have turned on video for some reason, turned off video for some reason. Okay, 45 minutes of the third class are remaining. There are 5 classes in total. My goal is to complete third class for both IR and science and tech today. So if I can complete IR mainly, then that's going to be, the remaining portion is going to be easy, because tomorrow the 4th class and day after tomorrow the 5th class, I can easily catch up on all the PT365 basic portion. Yeah, I will try to complete this. Even before completing this, I think I will go and do IR for at least an hour. Yeah, but for now I think I should go and have lunch. Time to have lunch. What keeps happening here? Why do I always... No, I think it's class 3. Yeah.
refer to India-China very
Yeah, bilateral relations should actually be easy to go through because I've just gone through it several times before. India, UK, Australia, Japan, Southeast Asia, yeah, and then again important events in news, Latin America. Yeah, I think these topics are going to be much easier than you would expect them to be. All right, let us go. Put the Be Right Back screen up as usual. Put in the 25-minute timer. I think there should be a way to do this directly through OBS, but right now I'm not trying to understand it. Let me just take the easy way out. Sorry about that. Let's see. So I did finish my lunch. Now it's time to continue with the international relations course. I will try to complete the whole lecture by 4 o'clock, when 4:30, when I have to leave for the yoga class. So we have sufficient time, I guess, if you just pay attention to it, focus on it. I think there are some banking stuff that I have to do, so I'll just stop the stream and restart it in like 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be right back.